So when it comes to selling on Etsy and how to be successful at it, we talk a lot about how to improve your imagery, how to optimize your SEO, how to find the best product category for your niche. And these are all great attributes on how to be successful on Etsy. But something that gets left on the back burner, something that we don't talk a lot about, are product descriptions. It seems to be something that a lot of people just do last minute once they have all the products. Then they just go, okay, you know what? I'm just going to quickly fill up my product descriptions and then call it a day. But I want to share with you the importance of actually crafting a well-optimized product description and how much it can actually affect and help your shop overall. This is probably one of the best examples you can do to help increase your conversion rate. And by increasing your conversion rate, Etsy will notice this and boost your listings even more. So make sure to stay tuned in this video since these are easy but effective tips that you can start applying to your shop right away. And at the end of the video, I'm sure there's going to be some things that you want to start implementing. So I'm also going to show you how you can bulk edit your descriptions without doing them all individually, because I know that can take a lot of time. And if you have like hundreds of listings, you just want to do it in a couple clicks that can apply to all of them. So make sure to watch it to the end. And yeah, let's get right to the video. Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to be using a blog straight from Etsy to reference some of the tips I found very interesting that you can start applying to your shop right away. And I'll have the link in the description if you want to read more about it. So let's get right into it. So the first one is to create an inverted pyramid. All right, so what does that mean? The most important information about your item should be the first in your description. And that really makes sense because a lot of people who shop on Etsy are on their mobile phones. And if you look how the description looks on your phone, they can't really see everything. And I know a lot of people want to fit so much in a description, so it's best to just keep the most important thing at the very top, right? So they can get the information right away on what's most important about the product. Another interesting part is both offsite and Etsy search algorithms consider keywords and phrases within your listing descriptions when ranking. All right, so something to think about when you're writing your descriptions, you want to include some of the keywords in your descriptions, not just in your titles and tags. But if you look down here, this yellow highlight over here says avoid copying your titles, like copy and paste, and put them into your descriptions, okay? Because you want to craft something that's kind of like sounds like a human wrote it. You don't want to just be keyword after keyword after keyword, right? So craft a sentence or two that casually incorporates a few of your top keywords in a way that sounds human, all right? And obviously write it in your own brand's voice that we can go over later on in this video. So second one, short paragraphs and bullet points are your friends, right? So I love that title, which makes a lot of sense, right? You want to make sure you get right down to the point. You don't want to make it super lengthy. You want to just do the bullet points, same like the resumes and things that you don't really want to go super hard and write paragraphs after paragraphs. So right, you want to get right to the point. People want to just get to the specific size and materials, right? Things like that. Make it easy for them, right? So think about your descriptions as a way to answer your buyer's question. So it's always interesting when you put that into perspective and be like, okay, cool, if I'm a customer looking at my product, what will I want to know, right? And this also applies into the product images and stuff like that. So if you have like friends and family, it's always good to get other input on what they want to question on your products. What do they want to know right away? And so these are things that you definitely want to showcase. And, you can do this in FAQs, different things, but for specific categories, specific products, you also want to showcase them in the description. All right, so for the third one, keep an eye on your shop stats. So I made some videos maybe like a month ago talking about how you can analyze your Etsy shop. So these kind of go hand in hand. And what you can do is when you look through your Etsy stats, you want to see what people are searching to find that listing, right? So they'll give you a list of keywords that people actually search. And from there, you can apply those keywords directly back into your listing, right? So it's kind of like a cycle thing going on. You can keep optimizing this as you get more data on finding out what people are actually searching to find your listing. So right here, use the information in shop stats to create a running list of the top search terms, right? So what people are used to find your listing, okay? And right here, just try writing with these keywords in mind when you're creating and optimizing your listing descriptions. All right, so number 4, maintain a consistent brand voice. So by using language that is both informative and reflective of your brand's personality. All right. So this is super important. And this plays more into a role of the customer experience on what they want to feel or what kind of feeling you want them to have as they're shopping through your listings. Right. So this is really comes across in the psychological side of things. Right. So you have a chance to capture hearts. Right. That's what we want to do here. I want to start capturing hearts and make sure that they have a good experience shopping from your Etsy shop. Also, I just want to point out the point of view is also a very interesting thing that you want to take note, right? So you want maybe a third person, first person thing is what you want to do, right? So by doing so, you can confuse shoppers about who's creating your products. If you are a solo operator, it's best to use the first person perspective in your listings. Okay, so this is another way. And these are things that aren't really in like SEO, these kind of things. You're more experience kind of based strategies. And especially selling on Etsy, people want to buy from the makers directly, right? So if you're creating these designs yourself, maybe the first person perspective is better for you. But it's totally up to you. See what works for your brand strategy. All right, so number 5, this one is a super important one. Definitely need to do this if you have not already, right? Which is copy and pasting the Etsy URLs in descriptions. So a lot of times if someone lands on a certain listing and they might not be interested in that, maybe you want to let them know, hey, I got a different color. Hey, maybe I got a bundle version of this, right? You can always add different product listings that you have in your shop into other product listings. That way, people are always cycling through your listings in your shop. They'll kind of go through there. The last thing you want is you don't want to let them float away to another shop. And this is website over here, but it's the same thing with letting your customers go through your shop and landing into other people's shop, right? So you want to make sure that you have links in there, letting them know, hey, you know what? You might not be interested in this product, but I have something else for you, just to keep them in your ecosystem within your shop. And here's just a quick tip on if you're copying and pasting a listing, okay? So here's just an example I got from Etsy. But instead of copying this whole thing and putting it to your Etsy description, all you need is just this part, the Etsy.com, the listing, and just the number itself. But yeah, this is the only part you need to copy. So it'll make sure it's a lot shorter for your listings. And if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you want to learn more about how to be successful selling on Etsy. And also something I want to add is lately I've been doing a lot more one-on-one coaching that you can find in my descriptions below. If you want to speak with me directly, how I can help you improve your shop, maybe do a shop review, or just letting you know step by step on how to actually start selling on Etsy. So definitely check that out. So the next part, I want to show you how you can start doing bulk edits on your listing description, because I'm sure there's a lot of tips here that we just mentioned, and I'm sure there's probably some things that you can start applying right away. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that right now. All right, so welcome back. So in this example, I'm going to show you how you can start bulk editing your descriptions. So instead of doing them individually, all right? And this is just a example shop that I have just to do this example. All right, so imagine you have, let's say, hundreds of listings. Right now, I'm only showing 3, but it's the same thing that applies. You would select all of them, and you'll come up here, go into editing options, and go to edit descriptions. But you want to make sure that everything's selected, okay? And from here, you can do a lot of different things. You can add text in front of everything. So at the very beginning, you can add it to the very end, and you can do find and replace. You can delete a certain thing, right? So if you want to delete something, you can do that. But one of the ones, let's say if you want, like, these are pretty self-explanatory, how to add in the front or the end. But let's say if you want to do find and replace. So for example, let's say for this, maybe this line right here, we want to add some extra information in there. Okay. So what we're going to do is we'll select this, paste in here. So it's going to find this section. So it's going to find this part in every single listing. So to make sure that you're only doing these edits on things that have the same text. So a lot of descriptions usually will have some uniqueness. Maybe the bullet points will be the unique part, but there's gonna be some overall general things that you might have in every single listing, which are copy and paste, which is perfect for these bulk edits. All right, so you're gonna use this. And let's say if you want to place this with, let's say the same thing, but you want to add something in here. So testing, right? So what's gonna do is just gonna add certain keywords into whatever part you want, right? So there's a lot of things you can do. You can add it to the front, right? Maybe you want to add this to the front. Boom, there you go. Add things to the end. Test. Maybe add a enter. All right, so it's right there. It'll show you exactly how to do that. And something I definitely recommend, an easy one to do, is adding your shop link, adding certain product links in here, which is an easy one to do. So hopefully this was helpful, because I've talked to people in the past that did not know this feature existed, this bulk edit feature. And yeah, hopefully it will save you a lot of time moving forward. And same thing with prices you can do to bulk edit. So hopefully you find this helpful. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, and make sure you like and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Take care.